up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, honey, to talk about what's on the blogs.
I sponsor the blog.
Let me tell you something.
What's on the blogs, honey? Let's see what's on the blogs. First things first. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by, baby. Okay, I didn't watch the verses. I watched some clips. I had logged on to it, and I was like, are they late? I'm not going to stick around for this. If they ain't started when I logged on, I'm not coming back to see. It's not that serious. It was Mario, who is a Virgo, and Omarion, who is a Scorpio. And when I tell you, Mario, he did me so proud. Even with he has a Mercury tattoo right here. I was like, you really did me proud as a Virgo. Like, usually Virgo men, they're different. They're different, but the pettiness is what. And he came prepared. That's why I was like online. I said, he's such a Virgo. He's petty and prepared. He came prepared, talking shit. Then J Boog, he took the rest of Omarion's mask off. Omarion was giving you Scorpio smoke and mirrors. And then J Boog was like, I'm gonna rip this motherfucking the rest of the mask off. Lil Fizz and who was it? It was it Raz? They were online talking about You Got Served. They were letting Omarion have it. And then everybody was like, wait a minute, this whole time Omarion wasn't able to sing. I was like, yes, girl. Omarion was the sweetie of the group. Okay. Omarion was getting by on pretty privilege, y'all. Can you believe it? Yes, the men get by on pretty privilege too. They are allowed to be mediocre and get by on pretty privilege too. It's a lot of men like that. Omarion can't sing. It was so funny. He can't sing. All these niggas, none of them can sing. They didn't sound good. Mario sounded good. But Omarion, it was like you standing up there with your shirt off, you fake spiritual ass nigga. And you know, at first I was like supporting Omarion on his unbothered spiritual journey. And I was like, you know, Scorpios, they love to act like they're so unbothered by things, but they really be the most bothered, sitting and plotting and waiting. They be the most bothered. And so I was like applauding him, not responding to bullshit, not responding to this and not responding to that. And then I saw Omarion sitting across from Saguru, who is a guru and who is also a Virgo. Shout out to Saguru. You guys have been probably seeing him. I've been following Saguru since about, I want to say 2018. I found he is a Indian man who gives a lot of advice, a lot of spiritual advice, a lot of health advice, just a lot of advice. And the celebrities have gotten a hold of him, which, you know, I hate to see when a celebrity is sitting across from a guru. I just don't, it gives me an uneasy feeling. I just know they're just looking for something to siphon off of. But, you know, he's a Virgo, so I'm like, he sees y'all coming. But there was one time Omarion did an interview with him. And Omarion was talking to him. And Omarion said that he was going to name his next album Om. Right, for Omarion, but the sound of Earth's creation is Om in Sanskrit, and I have a tattoo right here of Om in Sanskrit that says that is the sound, you know, when people meditate. So Omarion, in his self-absorbed spiritual journey, he says he wants to name his album Om, and Saguru corrects him and says, well, that's not the sound. It is a 3-part sound, and it starts with A-U-M. And that's how the transition of the sound goes. It's not Om, it's Om, right? And I knew in that moment for Omarion to align his name with the sound of the creation of earth, I knew that he was one at the beginning of his spiritual journey, and that he was still in this mind of, I need the idea of this journey to be aligned with the idea of myself. And it was a little egotistical, right? And I knew at that moment when Saguru corrected him that, okay, Omarion is at the beginning of his journey. Then all of this stuff just started happening with him and his brother. And it's just like, y'all those type of niggas that play like you're spiritual so that you can get access to a particular type of woman who is probably on a higher spiritual level than you. And so aligning with her gives you an opportunity to siphon. But you can see how women respond to Omari, and Orion. You see how they respond. And they are those, oh, we wear silver, we got our chest out, we sun-kissed. They fine as hell. But that's about it. Pretty privilege. Omarion can dance. We're not going to take that away from him. He can dance. But singing, I said, oh, they ripped the mask off of him that night, baby. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. Cardi B has a new single called Hot Shit with Kanye West and Lil Durk. She was online saying that there's not going to be a video for it. I'm sure Kanye West is acting a fool and she can't really say it because you got to protect the legacy. And how dare you say Kanye West is acting a fucking fool and we can't make a video because he's not cooperating. I bet you it's Kanye West who is not cooperating. I bet you that's what it is. I bet you that's what it is. And she can't really say it. She can't really say it. We'll see her on Drink Champs in 20 years talking about, remember that time me and Lil Durk and Kanye West and I didn't put out a video because Kanye was acting a fucking fool. Every time we called him, the nigga sounded muffled. He had a ski mask on every time we was talking to him. Chloe Bailey tweeted, I'm tired of men, ... Honestly. Oh. Y'all don't be tired enough. Y'all don't be tired enough. Lori Harvey says she's in a really good space following the breakup of Michael B. Jordan, plus shares dump him post online. During a recent interview, Lori Harvey revealed that she's in a really good place and excited about the summer without mentioning her breakup. I'm in a really, really good space, like really happy. I'm excited for the summer. I feel like this is the first summer that we have kind of no real restrictions. We're off lockdown, so I feel good. The 25-year-old model entrepreneur who launched her skincare brand, Skin by LH, last year. Business is good. I have some new fun projects that are coming soon I've been working on. And so I'm so extremely excited to share that with everybody. Just excited to continue to grow, continue to evolve. Good for her. Good for her. LaToya Jackson's ex-fiance, who is being sued by Michael Jackson's estate for allegedly stealing his deathbed pajamas, claims they encountered a late-night entertainer spirit at their home. I believe it. I know. They're going to have, I don't know what they're going to do with the Martin I haven't watched it yet, the Martin interview with all of them. You know what? I remember when Martin ended and they said that Tisha had filed a lawsuit against him for harassment. But I also remember those rumors were coupled with they did that intentionally to get out of their contract with the studio because they wanted to end Martin. That's what I had always heard. Anybody else ever hear that rumor? Like, there was the rumor that Tisha was saying that Martin was messing with her. It was harassing her. But on the flip side of it wasn't true. And they did that so they can get out of their contracts. Did anybody else hear that? I heard that before. But Tisha Campbell speaks on how Tommy Ford's death could affect potential Martin reboot. It's just too hard to see ourselves without him. Y'all will be fine. Just say that he's at work. Just say he couldn't come. He couldn't make it. He's at work. That's all you gotta say. Tommy's at work, child. Tommy is finally at work. Says The View co-host Sunny Hostin doesn't believe in abortion or any exception, even incest, but disagrees with the Supreme Court. Like I said, there have been incest situations where the brother gets the sister pregnant, like the parent is making the brother and sister do things, and then the daughter or sister gets pregnant. Does she agree with that? Like, I don't know. I think it's weird. I think it's weird. She says it has to do with her faith, but let me tell you something. I want to tell you something. The woman's body, the female and the male body, were present before your religion. You existed. Your body, your DNA, the air that you breathe, the water that you bathe with, all of this recycled everything, the soil and everything was around before your religion was created. So for you to use your religion to determine how you should treat your body when your body came before the religion, what is it that you're actually going by? Some shit somebody made up and you just going by it. Some made up shit. I don't know, Sonny. I don't know, Sonny. Shout out to A Boogie with the hoodie. What else is going on? There's not much that I really care to talk about. Summer Walker is pregnant by Larry, I guess. And about after she has that baby, they'll probably break up. What happens? You know what? I know what happens. Because the man is no longer the center. That's what happens. The man is no longer the center of your world once you become pregnant. And then that's why they get up and leave. And they're like, I don't want to be around here anymore. If you're in a marriage, they really can't go. They can't go anywhere, but they become distant and like not as hands-on because you're as a little girl, you've been trained to center boys, and so when you grow up you center men, and then you get in relationships and you're also been told to, like, it's admirable to be overworked and exhausted and center everybody but yourself. But then when you when you have a baby, you're no longer the center of this woman's world, and men don't know how to act. They don't know how to act. So it's funny because after a woman has a baby, you're like, is it because I had the baby? What's wrong with me? Oh my God, he doesn't love me anymore. My body, it has nothing to do with nothing. The only thing it has to do with, he's no longer the center of your universe. The center that you've been programmed to center men, to center everything about a man in your existence. When the baby arrives, he's no longer that. And they don't like that. They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. Nick Cannon, who is a father of 8, admits he's failed miserably at monogamy and relationships. And quite honestly, Nick Cannon doesn't have to. He doesn't have to be monogamous. He doesn't have to be in a monogamous relationship. It's not required to be in a monogamous relationship. You don't have to be good. Like, you can try it and then it's like, I'm not good at monogamy. I can't commit. I can't be faithful. Then don't be in a monogamous relationship. If you know that you cannot commit to a person, if you know you cannot be faithful, don't enter into monogamous relationships. Don't enter into those type of agreements. Honestly, I feel like if Nick Cannon wasn't having a bunch of babies all over and just had like a girlfriends and was switching girlfriends and just a bachelor, I don't have any problem with the bachelors. I don't. Do your thing. You're free. You're single. You're not committed. Enter your relationships like that. All these fatherless children that he's creating, these fatherless homes that he's creating, like, when we were talking about monogamy being, designed to benefit men, it does benefit men, because you get a woman to agree to monogamy and then you're in a quote unquote committed relationship. You become the center. I hear women refer to their husbands as their third child or their second child or their fourth child as another child. So that means you're telling me that you're taking care of an adult. You're taking care of an adult. And then you're posing to the world that this male adult is the head of household when you're actually running everything. But I have no problem with him saying, I'm not good at monogamy. Okay, perfect. That's great. So you should be with women who aren't monogamous as well. But we don't live in that world. We live in a world where I'm going to tell you monogamy is good for you, girl. And then I'm going to not practice monogamy in the monogamous relationship you agreed to. And then you're going to take me back. You're going to ride or die and resurrect and take me back. Because once again, from your programming from elementary school, center me. I'm valuable to have. So you stay in these monogamous, non-monogamous, you stay in these monogamous relationships with non-monogamous men because they want you to be monogamous while they do what men do. There's nothing wrong with I was about to call him Nicki Minaj, Nick Cannon not being monogamous. There's nothing wrong with that. Just stop entering when you're non-monogamous. Don't enter in relationships with monogamous people. I failed miserably so many times at monogamy and relationships, but God ain't done with me. We're going to figure it out. No, we're not going to figure it out. Especially a woman who enters a quote unquote committed relationship with a man with 8 children. You're dumb. You're not smart. You're not smart. Because hopefully this man is taking care of his 8 children before you come into play. So you will be 9th on his list of responsibilities. That is if he's taking care of his children. Right? What else? Nene Leakes was at the BET Awards. Her dress was really nice. Azalea Banks says to stop smashing her song with old girl. Stop matching their songs together with Beyonce. Let's see what else. Wendy Williams expected to launch podcasts and talks with major guests, including Kardashians and Snoop Dogg. I can't wait for that. That is where Wendy needs to be. That's actually what they should have did with the Wendy Williams show. Is after that, put her on radio, because she doesn't have to be seen. She doesn't have to come out. She can look her crazy ass self, hair all over her head and everything like that. She can do that. Or she can have people, I'm sure she'll have people come and sit down with her and talk, and they'll film it and stuff like that. So we'll see. I'm glad Wendy Williams, we've been saying that Wendy Williams needs a podcast. So she's a 57-year-old, has spoken to a bunch of her famous friends, Snoop Dogg, Fat Joe, Kardashians. Though it wasn't disclosed which member of the famous family she's been keen to book. If that wasn't enough, a member of the Trump clan can also believe to be in the talks to be a guest star. Right now, there's no official date. Fans can expect to hear Wendy making her podcast debut. It's bound to be soon, as the mother of one is currently deciding whether to join a major platform such as Apple or Spotify. It would be a full circle moment if her podcast was powered by Charlamagne's podcast network. That would actually be a real full circle moment. I don't know what's going on with Kevin Gates, but it's giving sit down for a while. Did y'all hear? I didn't watch the BET Awards. I started watching a little bit of it and then I turned it off. I can't remember. It was like right at the beginning. I turned it off. I was like, I'm not into this. I'll watch the performances online on YouTube tomorrow. I'm not into this. I don't want to watch it. Then I saw that Kevin Samuels, on their memoriam segment, they memorialized Kevin Samuels. And I was like, wow. A man who said that black women were on the opposite end of the beauty spectrum. A terrorist. A man who incited violence against black women whenever he could. Y'all honored him in his death? And I was like, okay, it figures. Because at the beginning of the BET Awards, Taraji P. Henson, she's a Virgo too. Taraji P. Henson was on some black king and my kangs and black men and kangs and black men's and kangs and kangs. And I was like, is this a black male worshiping ceremony? Like, what the fuck? And then I turned it off. And then it's so funny because I saw somebody on Twitter saying, can Taraji P. Henson please stop talking about black men? But I was like, this is a BET Awards and it's a black male worshiping ceremony. I was like, what is this? And then to know that they memorialized Kevin Samuels, and I was like, okay. And then I also have to remember, just because these people look like me doesn't mean I'm in community with them. Because I'm not in community with people who uplift and memorialize terrorists. I can't. I'm not. That's not my community. I was like, Kevin Samuels, are you kidding me? That's really crazy. It's really, really, really crazy. It says black people and people of color, LGBTQ folks, they're coming for you next. Plan accordingly. Be advised, as Supreme Court overturns abortion rights, justice suggests gay marriage should be next. Clarence Thomas, every time I see him, I want to twist his face off of his head. When I see him, it makes my stomach turn for somebody. Like, what is going on in your brain? Like, you're gross. And then somebody was like, well, they need to overturn Loving versus Virginia. Baby, when I tell you the black men's will be on the front lines for that. Overturn Loving versus Virginia. See what happens. I said, no, they better not overturn Loving versus Virginia, because I don't want all these black women to be stuck with black men as their only option. Even though y'all stay stuck for being race loyal. So I had to get this nigga together the other day. Y'all have the lowest marriage rates and the highest divorce rates. Shut the fuck up in my face talking about who hurt you. Go get married, nigga. Go build a house, nigga. Go build something. Stop calling each other kings and build something. God damn. Crazy, honey. I didn't see LMA and Babyface. They said they shut down the awards. Anything else going on? Caesar, Emanuel's ex-girlfriend. Yeah, Caesar got fired from Black Ink Crew, from VH1, because the other day there was a video that came out that showed him getting rough with his animals. The video that I saw, it looked like the dog was in the cage, and then like he kicked the cage, and the cage like rolled and the dog fell out of the cage. I was like, what is going on? But VH1 didn't waste any time firing him. And so he came out with a video saying, I wouldn't do that. I love my dogs. They were fighting at the time. I was trying to keep them from fighting each other. They were tearing each other up. They said the video was old. And then I think he accused Donna I saw it on Donna's page. Donna's also a Virgo. Shout out to Donna. I saw it on her page. And then, I saw the blogs. It was on Gossip in the City, or Gossip Tea, or something like that. And then his ex-girlfriend came out, and she was talking about how she just could not be in a relationship with him. She just wanted her peace back, and this and that. Any man, everybody's like, oh, they didn't care about his daughter. He was, he put hands and feet on his daughter. Remember, he pulled her out of the shower with no clothes on, and we were down here dragging Caesar about that. Yeah, we don't like when people hit other people and abuse other people. But when you're talking about a dog, I know y'all say, it's a dog. I guess their life is less than or whatever. But the fact that the dog can't defend itself, that's the problem, right? Yes, his daughter may not be able to defend herself, but she can. She could, if she needed to, she could take a bat to her father's head, right? But when a dog is being abused, they can't do anything back. That's the reason why you take care of vulnerable people, elderly, children, animals. Those are people who can't fight back. Those are groups of people who can't fight back. So you go up for them and you fight for them, and you fight for animals, because people abuse animals. And they didn't care. They care more about the animal than they do the child, because he's an abusive person. Why you didn't take him off of TV then? He abuses women. Why you didn't take him off of TV then? But we live in a society where that kind of stuff is overlooked. Should he have been fired? Let me go. I gotta go. Should he have been fired from VH1? That's their decision. That's their decision to do that. Sorry. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.